Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to the N64 Memories podcast and welcome to episode 1. Thank you for being here listening. I'm really excited to be doing this for you finally. It's been something I've wanted to do for quite a while now, and I thought, well, why not this year? Because 2026 is the year the N64 will be celebrating its 30th birthday. An exciting milestone for the console, and one we certainly want to celebrate, I'm sure. So, I'm Steve. I've been running N64 Memories for over 10 years now. It started life on Twitter before I ventured further afield to Facebook and Instagram. I also wrote some articles for Nintendo Life, including the 64 times 64 series of articles. There were 64 reviews, each in 64 words each. I collaborated on that, and that was really a lot of fun. I also started my own blog page, n64memories.blogspot.com. I don't add any more to this at the moment, but you can still check it out. There are still over 100 articles on there. It was even nominated actually for the 2016 UK Blog Awards, which was exciting at the time. But since January of this year, I've decided to make my permanent home on Facebook. So thank you all for your support. It's a great community to be a part of there. So, the podcast. I suppose its main aim is in my name, really. Memories. Our memories of the Nintendo 64. Discussing some of the great times we had with that console, roughly between all those years ago of 1996 and about 2001. It was a great time to be a gamer, wasn't it? So I'm going to discuss my history with the console here now in episode 1. Future episodes will hopefully feature a guest from time to time, where the guest and I can discuss particular games and memories of those games. Before I continue, if you haven't done already, check out my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/N64Memories. There's content posted every day, and I have hundreds of new pieces of content I've yet to share actually. So loads going on there for you to see and watch. Okay. I suppose my earliest memories of the console come from seeing screenshots in Superplay magazine, issue 46. Its cover art by the legendary Will Overton blew my mind, and I was mesmerised by the screenshots inside. I remember Mario 64, an early version of Zelda 64, Star Fox 64, and quite a few others. I couldn't have been more excited to see all my favourite SNES games in 3D. It almost looked futuristic, like something from a sci-fi film or something. I mean, I was 12 at the time. I'm based in the UK, you see. So issue 46 was August 1996. And for us, it wouldn't arrive in the UK until March 1997. 8 months of dreaming and reading tantalising articles. I don't know when, I'm guessing probably around February 1997, Toys R Us would have playable N64s. I would go there, I would play or watch someone play Mario 64 and was transfixed by it. It looked phenomenal, and we all know it was. Actually, it still is within the context of its age and the impact it had on future 3D games. So, March 1st rapidly approached, and it was a huge deal, if you might remember. I know it was a Saturday, and Toys R Us made the release such a huge spectacle. It was really so exciting. I remember a lot about that day clearly, actually. A school friend and I headed down just to see it all and watch. We didn't have £250 plus 60 quid for a game. So we played on the display console, looked at all the boxes on display, and just absorbed the atmosphere, really. We even saw a boy from our school year buying one with Mario 64, and we were hinting at an invite around to play it. Of course, the invite never materialised, and I don't blame the kid. I'd want Mario 64 all to myself all day too if I'd been him. I know it sounds strange, but it was such a good morning just hanging out in Toys R Us on release day. The buzz was real, and so was the N64 finally. It was real and in people's homes across the country. Luckily, it wouldn't be long until I was a part of it all, as I will explain. Remember, these were the days before social media and the internet. So I remember it was May, and I was flicking through a tabloid newspaper one morning when I saw the advert. The unexpected advert. It was an advert by Nintendo announcing a price drop. £250 down to £150 for the console. By this time, I'd been saving feverishly for a Nintendo 64. And with this news, I was ever so much closer than I dreamed. I mean, it was rubbish for those who had paid £250 just 8 weeks prior, although I think those who complained did get a free game. But for me, I was ecstatic. Now, I'm unsure of the time frame between the price drop and the release of Mario Kart 64 in June, my first game, but at some point there, I bought the console, which I'm annoyed I can't believe I don't remember. And I don't know how I can't remember, it winds me up. I do remember buying Mario Kart 64 on its release day. It was a Friday after school. I remember handing over the $59.99 in shrapnel to Electronics Boutique. I then played it all night and all weekend, finishing it by the Sunday. This didn't stop me playing it after that as much as I could, because I had adored Super Mario Kart on the SNES, and this was everything I dreamed about and read about. I just couldn't believe I had it in my own home after all this time. So I suppose 1997 zipped along after that. I mean, I've made a list of all the games actually I think I've bought over the years between 97 and 2001. So looking at those games right now that are from 97, I'm actually surprised how many I bought. The paper round must have been doing well that year. I got ISS 64, International Superstar Soccer 64, sorry. 64.99, I remember. I got Extreme G, Mischief Makers, Lilac Wars, which was what Star Fox 64 was known to us in Europe, GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing. So 7 games in 1997. And a lot of those were Christmas releases, sort of November, December time. So I guess I must have got 1 or 2 of those for Christmas. But sadly, annoyingly again, I can't remember exactly. I do have strong recollections of, getting to Battle Andros at the end of Star Fox 64, Lilac Wars for me, working night in, night out on GoldenEye's cheats, as well as making my way through 00 Agent mode. I have a really, really strong memory of being in my bedroom, thinking I'd finally protected Natalia and completed 00 Agent Control when the cutscene didn't kick in and I'd forgotten to blow up a mainframe. I was fuming. I did do it eventually, of course, but that moment was soul destroying. I finished Diddy Kong Racing's adventure mode, loved it. I enjoyed Extreme G a lot, but never truly finished it actually until 2019. For me, in 1997, Extreme G was a bit of a stopgap until F-Zero X came along. I never got all the way to the end of Mischief Makers either at the time, but again, I really liked it, and I was glad I listened to N64 magazine, who had recommended it. Again, 2019, I finished that one as well properly. So, the N64 was my dream console, and for 4.5 years, I played it religiously. It coincided for me with pretty much my entire high school years. I'll list the games I bought for it over the years. This is no particular order, by the way. So it's all of the above 1997 games plus Extreme G2, F-Zero X, Wipeout 64, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, The World Is Not Enough, Perfect Dark, Buster Move 3DX. In America, it was called Buster Move 99. Body Harvest, WWF Warzone, WWF Attitude, WCW NWO Revenge, WWF WrestleMania 2000, WWF No Mercy, International Superstar Soccer 98, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Zelda Majora's Mask, Rogue Squadron, Episode 1 Racer, Battle for Naboo, Mystical Ninja 2, and Command and Conquer. So for me, I think that's quite an impressive collection just for a teenager with a paper round to fund it all. some amazing memories of all these games, definitely, that I think I'm going to save for future episodes. I also have great memories of being at friends' houses, watching or playing the games that they had bought that were different. One mate had WCW versus NWO World Tour, which was my catalyst for getting back into wrestling on TV, and then getting the future games like Revenge, Attitude, etc. Another friend had Hexen 64 and Turok 2. I enjoyed playing both of these at his house. Not enough to warrant actually buying them myself, but good fun with a friend. And a third friend had Shadows of the Empire, which to me was Star Wars through and through at the time. Its music, its missions felt like I was inhabiting the Star Wars universe. I don't know about you. And again, it made me go out and get the 3 other Star Wars games for the N64 during the years after. I was trying to recreate, that Star Wars feeling that I got from playing Shadows of the Empire. It was really a great 4.5 years with the Nintendo 64. So we got to late 2000 and I committed the deadly sin. I bought a PlayStation 2. I admit it, I was seduced by the promises of the upcoming games, the semi-sequels to the N64 games I loved. Think International Superstar Soccer, Star Wars Racer Revenge, Wipeout Fusion, and, I practically moved on. I did still play the Nintendo 64 occasionally, because I know I bought Star Wars Battle for Naboo, which released in March 2001. And I liked the PlayStation 2, but it just never replicated those feelings I got from the N64 days. That's what I was going for, that's what I was looking for, and the PlayStation 2 didn't do that for me. And I suppose gaming kind of died off for me a little bit after the Wii hype had died down. I downloaded a few N64 games to it, like Mario Kart 64 and Sin and Punishment, which was a Japanese exclusive game originally for the Nintendo 64. But probably by 2007-ish, I was done. And it stayed that way until 2014, 2015, when I have no idea why, but I rebought a Nintendo 64. It was just before the retro gaming hype actually when it got going again, because I got the console, leads, controller, and a GoldenEye cart for £20. What an absolute bargain. And here we are. I've never ever looked back for the last 10 or 11 years. It's been a fantastic time replaying the Nintendo 64, recreating those memories and having them and sharing them, sharing them via Nintendo 64 Memories, and reading your memories and your recollections of the games and interacting with you all. It's been a brilliant 10, 11 years doing this all over again, and I will continue doing it. I absolutely love it. There you go. Short little introductory episode from me there. And that's all for episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked listening to just sort of a brief recollection of some of my earliest memories. And hopefully I aim to bring guests onto future episodes. So stay in touch, keep an eye out. I'll obviously keep you all updated when all this could be happening. And thank you all for listening, and goodbye for now.